Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at something really awesome, and that is what I like to call the mine loop system. Now this is a really fun way to travel in between layers of your minecart system. Realistically speaking, it doesn't really have a specific use because every other normal person will just use sloped rails. But this is a lot more fun, and also it uses the Minecraft 1.8 slime blocks to make everything a little bit more interesting. So let's take a closer look at it. For example, if I wanted to go up to this layer here, all I would have to do is hop inside my minecart, hit this button here, we will travel along, get launched upwards by the slime blocks, and then we'll be on the top layer. So then I can head on inside, pick up my boats and hose, and have a fantastic time. Then once we're done, all you have to do is hit this button, we'll travel back across, get knocked back by the slime block, and be back in our original position. Really quite cool. In terms of the redstone behind it, it is all very simple indeed, just using a handful of repeaters and a bunch of slime blocks. Nothing that you shouldn't be able to get your head round, and it will only take around about 5 minutes to build, and everyone's got time for that. So let's take a closer look at how to build this thing. So you want to get things started with a 2x12 area. It's quite a long and thin build, so that's just one thing to watch out for. Another thing that I quickly want to mention is that I can't guarantee this is going to work with every speed of minecart. So if you have got this at the end of some form of minecart track, I would suggest giving it a test in a testing world or messing about a little bit with the timings once you've all finished it. But anyway, right up at the end you want to place a block like this with some way to activate the powered rail, and then you want a block with the powered rail like that, another block here with regular rail, and then a powered block with powered rail on top of it, a block here with a detector rail, and then you are going to need some way to power all of these 3 powered rails here. They're going to make your little ramp onto the slime. Next up, you want to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 across like that, and remove all of those blocks, and then carry out those blocks all the way up to the end, and then place another block up like this. Like I say, if you have this at the end of a track, then these blocks aren't necessary. You will just continue with this on, and that will be where you would be going. But anyway, you want to place your powered rail here with your button or way to activate it, and then you want your regular rail, and then you are going to need 3 bits of powered rail, and then some way to power this block here to make sure that all of these powered rails are activated, and then you are going to need your detector rail. Now I can tell you now, I don't think I've ever said rail so many times in 1 minute, but that is all of them. So that is your whole rail system in place. Now for the redstone part of things, you just want to head over to your detector rail, place down a piece of redstone dust, a block next to it, and then you want to go 1, 2, 3, all of these set to 4 ticks apart from the end one, which is just set to the default 1 tick, and then you want to place a block here with a sticky piston next to it and a slime block on its face. That is what's going to be launching you upwards. And then if we travel along, you want to place 2 pieces of redstone dust, another sticky piston facing upwards, and then 2 slime blocks on top of it, a redstone block right here, block like this, a sticky piston, and then a slime block, and then you can remove that block, and that is going to launch you upwards, and then across, and on top of these sets of rails here. Next up, your top bit. I'm sure you can all see how to do this, but I might as well explain it. You want to head over to your detector rail, place a block down like this with redstone dust on top of that, and then you want to go a couple of blocks along right the way up next to your piston here, and then a block up at the end. Then you want to grab your repeaters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 ticks on that one as well, with redstone running straight into that block, and then you've got yourself the entire system done and dusted. So if we give this a quick tester, we should hop inside, hit the button, travel along, and be bounced upwards onto the top level, so that seems to be working nicely. And then when we hit this button once again, we should head back down, be bounced back, and then land in the original position. So that is all working like a charm. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you do have a slightly different speed running into this device, you might need to adjust some of the timings or do a little bit of slowing down of the minecart. Could be a little bit tricky, but I'll let you try and conquer that one because it's always fun to experiment and mess around with redstone. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.